So in this video we're going to be using many things we've covered before, including initializing variables, writing a for loop, concatenation and lists. They're all going to come together so we can write a loop that's going to go over every item in a shopping list. So yeah, if you haven't watched any of the videos on those topics I've just mentioned, be sure to go check them out. They'll be in the same playlist. And yeah, let's get straight into it. Okay, so let me just reset the timer. Okay, so how do we write a for loop using a list? Let's get straight into it by initializing a list, and we're going to call that shopping list. If you haven't watched the video on lists before, I recommend watching that because you need to understand lists to understand this. Let's just do apples, oranges, and pears for now. Now what we want to do is use the same for loop syntax we discussed in the last video. So that's for, and then instead of the variable being called I this time, I'm going to call it something more useful, so item in, and now instead of range, we're going to just give it the list, shopping list. Now the same thing as before, colon. Now we want to tell it to do something. What I want to say is we want to print, have you remembered to buy, and then I'm going to concatenate on item, and then I'm going to concatenate on a question mark. So when I run this, what it's going to do is it's going to iterate through all the items in the list, which we called shopping list. And it's going to assign that to the variable item, and then concatenate into here. So as you can see, it's done that. Have you remembered to buy apples? So that's the first iteration, apples. Have you remembered to buy oranges? Second iteration. Pears, third iteration. So that's all we're going to cover for loops using lists. Remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.